Overdue, number 1. He's a little bit easing out a little bit here on track. He's a winner at Port Macquarie at his last start. Look, there's nothing wrong with his appearance. Interesting here with Mr. Light Blue, number 2. Well, he's been out of all sorts. He's been racing over a little bit more ground. But the Barry Baldwin's informed the stewards that he's going to ride it forward today. That's interesting. Bang on, number 3. Nothing wrong with his appearance. Form doesn't indicate that he's sort of... Well, you wouldn't want to be backing him with what he's doing at the moment. High Sun is a very interesting runner. David Kelly just had the last winner. It's in very good form, and Ricky Jamieson also rode the last one. It's been backed here on track, and it looks the part. Solebid, number 5, well, he came back to form at his last start at the Sunshine Coast. Not without some chance. Looks well. This horse has got nice ability. Number 6, Horace Sexter. I was a bit concerned about the barrier, but now that we've seen Jimmy Byrne ride a winner and the way this track is playing, I do think he's in excellent chance in the race. Number 7, Arctic. Well, a lot of people have just been a little bit tired of him. He's been a place getter all along, but he turned that round at his last start at Doomben. No reason why he can't go on. He's going to get a nice run from there, and the horse always looks the part. Number 8, Castlemaine King. He was second at Port Macquarie last start. He's a good, honest old gelding, not without some hope. Then we're going to go right down to Hush Power, number 13, trained by Scott Morrissey. Their horses are always a chance down here. It run behind Noisy Ocean this last start, although Noisy Ocean disappointed the other day. Then we can go to Objective Virtue, trained by Brett Bellamy down at Coffs. Last start was a 5th at Canterbury. This could be a bit tougher. He's been mostly racing around the rivers and doing quite all right there. Number 16 is Walhan, trained by Len Trelaw, who had the first winner today, run 4th behind Black Jet. That was a pretty solid sort of an effort. Prior to that, run well behind Emerald Duke. Tall, lean sort of a fella, but I'm going to include him. Majestic Sound, number 17. He's a bit of a long shot. He doesn't look any different to what we've seen. And the bottom weight is a lovely big mare by Zaizu, trained by Toby Edmonds. Not without some chance, only had the 3 runs and all being very good behind horses like Chopper. So around the $20 mark, maybe you can find a place in the multiples. Thanks, Gav.
Good on you, Larry. Thank you. So just having a look at the on-track activity. High Sun, 550 into 460. Dave Kelly and Ricky Jamieson looking for a race-to-race double. So they butted up here. 550 into 460. Horace Sexter, 550 out to 6, back in a half. Now, in terms of the fixed odds market with tab.com.au, High Sun 370, Arctic at 420, Wallan at 5, Horace Sexter at 550, Mr. Light Blue at 11, Solebid at 14, then out to $21 for Hush Power and Bang On. So best tried on track, High Sun 550 into 460, Horace Sexter 550 out to 6, back into 5, Wallan has been solid enough at 7, Arctic the favourite. Well, Larry was right. He was a bookie's horse until last start, where he finally broke through for a well overdue win at Doom, but a fortnight ago. It's $3.80 out to $4 on track. All right, Jeffrey Gould rides Wallan, one of the leading contenders here for Len Trelaw, and Jeff, before he was legged up, caught up with Larry.
One thing I notice is that when a trainer puts you on and you're not able to claim, he's got a bit of confidence in you.
Yeah, well, he's been...
You know the horse.
Yeah, well, I've been doing a bit of work for Len Trelaw for about a month or so now, and he's, you know, he's sticking pretty solid to me, and he's given me a fair few opportunities on good horses, and this horse is a particularly nice horse, and he's, fortunately enough for me, I've been on his back the last 3 runs, so...
That's why I say it's a nice thing when you get a trainer that will stick with you like that, particularly allowance. Now, your last run behind Black Jet at Doomben, I didn't think it was a bad run. I looked at the horse in the enclosure and I liked where he finished. Was I thinking right?
It was. I thought I was really happy with the run. I thought it was a good run. Probably just a month between runs, sort of, you know, just probably... just sort of probably took the edge off him a little bit, and probably too, you know, Len wanted to space his run after that second to Emerald Duke on the heavy track. It was a real gut buster chasing a quality horse like that, you know. He's been beaten about 3 or 4 by the horse, but he beat the rest of the field by 3 or 4 too, and he really put his all in, and he's only lightly raced and he's still learning.
Right. Jeffrey, with this, you know, they're all getting off the fence obviously in the straight. This suit the pattern, his pattern, back and finish out?
It should, Larry. I haven't had a real good talk with Len, but I don't think we'll mix up the horse's natural racing pattern at the moment. He likes to settle in his races, and like I said, he's lightly raced still. He's still not overly confident. He likes his galloping room, and yeah, hopefully the way the track's playing today, it should suit his style.
Thanks, mate.
Thank you, Larry.
Thanks. Speaks very well, Jeffrey Gould, and it says a lot for Len Trelaw. In fact, Jeffrey Gould's a 3-kilo apprentice. Bear in mind, he's about 28 or 29 years of age. But you know, he's put him on because he does know the horse. He's been on him, the last 3 starts, so he does know him very well. And he's aware of what's happening with this surface here today. I've gone this way, 16, 4, 6 and 7. I've put him on top. He looked very well, just watching him go out onto the track. But what I liked was his run the other day behind Black Jet. Now, Black Jet in this race certainly would be pretty short, I would think. So I kept him on top. Now, the horse has been backed here, and he trained the last winner is David Kelly. And that's High Sun, number 4. Pardon me, open to 550, he's coming to 460, 490 on the tote. And, you know, he's a very good trainer, and he's got Ricky Jamison, who rode the last winner for him, and she's taken the 3 off, so it is a blessing. That barrier, where you'd sort of, everyone was concerned, as I was too, before the program, that the wide barriers wouldn't suit, but apparently if you're back and you're wide, that's the place to be. No problem putting him in for second, along with this horse, Horace Exeter. 550 out to 6s, back into $5. I've loved this horse. He's a horse I didn't like because of the barrier. Now he comes right into play, and he wasn't far away some day at his last start. Previous runs in town, he took my eye, particularly with the way he runs. So Jimmy Byrne, he's already ridden a winner. He knows what's required. And Horace Exeter, as I say, has opened up 550, got to 6s, back into 5s, 530 on the tote. The 4th placing, I'll go to our old mate Arctic. He still looks the part. He was walking around lovely, not really sweating in any regard. He was 380 out to 420, and you're looking at $5 on the tote. I can't see whether... Oh, there's a little bit of money also for the bottom weight. Lovely big mare, Love Shuttle for Toby Edmonds. 21 out to 26s, back into 15s. That's a nice move. As I suggested, if you can find a place for it in your multiples, throw it in. More money coming for High Sun into 420. My numbers, 16, 4, 6, 7. Here's Al.
Now these runners are about to come up into the gates. They're behind the starting stalls, and they'll be coming in a few moments' time for this particular race. Arctic on screen at the moment. He's the second pick at 480. High Sun at 450, our favourite, but as you can see by the betting board, there's a number of chances here. This race over the 1800 metres, just waiting for these stragglers to arrive. Solebid, Bang On. She loves shuttles in a muck lather. Chris Muntz calling for the towel. Plenty of sweat under the breastplate. And Wolhan is about to come across as well. As Mark Duclos joins me on Sky One. And the horse is funny. I'm just watching Wolhan. You wouldn't even know. Hasn't got 1 ounce of sweat on him. Wolhan loves shuttle. Has got perspiration pouring underneath the breastplate like water. Muntz has called for the towel. So Wolhan obviously can handle hot conditions. He's not. He has got 1 ounce of sweat on him. Now into the gates they come. Hush Power's gone in. Mr. Light Blue is ready with Object of Virtue. Majestic Sound. Arctic is in. Solebid goes forward. Castlemaine King ready. A bit of a do line's in. High Sun about to come up. There's a couple down behind the dome. Love Shuttle about to come into view. There's another one there. That's Wolhan. And that might be just about our race. And the other one, I can see the cap probably is the clerk of the course. Well, that's all I can see. Anyway, Mr. Andrews, the starter, he's just about ready for them. He's off to his ladder. There's Bang On to come in. It had a white cap. It's got a white cap. That's probably the one I saw. They got the big function room, the dome, and it's between us and the barrier stalls. We get a look at the gates, but when they're down behind the starting stalls, they're completely obscured by the dome, which, by the way, is packed today. So is the members here. So they should be the facilities that are here now. All set to go. They're all in. Lights are on. 1,800 metres the distance, and they're away. Hush Power off the inside and Mr. Light Blue, the two best to come out of the gates. Object of Virtue, Majestic Sound, Love Shuttle going for speed. So too is A Bit of a Do. Just behind those, Solebid when they settle fully into stride, followed by Arctic and Bang On. Horus Exeter getting back with Woldhand. High Sun is second last. He's wide going around that first corner. And Castlemaine King is last. Have a look at them go. In the back, 1,400 metres to go. This is set up for a back marker again here. Mr. Light Blue, the leader. Solebid's outside it. A Bit of a Do's out 3 deep, and Majestic Sound is travelling now 4th on the rail. Love Shuttle's back in 5th position from Bang On, and then comes Arctic. Hush Power's next on the fence. High Sun's going to have a rough passage. He's out 3 deep. Object of Virtue's in between runners. Woldhand scooting up on the fence, and back of the tail of the field came Castlemaine King on the inside of Horus Exeter. Well, he's back last, Horus Exeter, but they've gone fast enough to give him a chance later. Down by the 900 metres mark they run. Mr. Light Blue, 3 parts to Solebid. 2 lengths away, Majestic Sound. On the outside, A Bit of a Do running forth, followed by Love Shuttle. Hush Powers on the fence from Bang On. High Sun still out deep on the track, trying to improve. Arctic's in between runners. Woldhand back on the fence. Then Horus Exeter, followed by Object of Virtue and Castlemaine King. Mr. Light Blue led to the corner, 450 to go. He got away, a length and a half, Solebid. Majestic Sound on the fence from Love Shuttle. Here's Arctic getting in the clear, followed by A Bit of a Do as they round the home turn. Mr. Light Blue led 300 metres to go. Solebid coming after it. Hush Power went to third, and Arctic coming down the outside with Love Shuttle. Mr. Light Blue led with 100 to go. Solebid is trying to get on terms. Arctic out wide. Hush Power on the fence. Castlemaine King's coming from nowhere. Mr. Light Blue and Arctic and Castlemaine King. Mr. Light Blue. Mr. Light Blue from either Arctic or Castlemaine King. Woldhand has got home, and he would run 4th, I'd say. Hush Power's over near the inside. Solebid, Love Shuttle's pulled up quickly going over the line. They're followed by Majestic Sound, High Sun, a long way back Object of Virtue, followed by Horus Exeter, A Bit of a Do, and Bang On has pulled up at the tail of the field. Mr. Light Blue will get the money here. Mr. Light Blue, he did a power of work in the early part, and he just kept going out, stayed them in the run of the post. Arctic has got home down the outside. Castlemaine King has driven up towards the fence, but it will be the grey, Mr. Light Blue, that puts his grey nose out in front in the shadows of the post and will prevail here. Mr. Light Blue over one of the other two. I'm not sure what's run second or third there. Okay, here they are coming around the bend. They all get away from the fence. They all know it's not the place to be. Mr. Light Blue, the leader. Rider pulls the whip on the right hand as they come around the bend. Timmy Bell. Solebid made a dash. Out wide, you got Arctic in the orange colours. High Sun's in the yellow down the outside. And Castlemaine King in those green and orange colours coming through, one off the fence. But Mr. Light Blue had put his... Well, he didn't put his head out. He was in front all the way down the straight. And he's been able to cling on and win. Now, the numbers. Number 2, Mr. Light Blue, ridden by Tim Bell is first. Now, 7's run second, Arctic. So 7 Arctic, ridden by Larry Cassidy. 8 is third, Castlemaine King, Chris Whiteley. And 16 is fourth.
You champ.
Yeah, mate.
Okay. Well, Bully, you flagged it. The stewards came out this morning and they said we got some reports. Barry Baldwin's come in and said we're going to ride Mr. Blue, Light Blue forward today.
Mate,
it really played the part, didn't it?
Mate, I think he's been having a bit of a game. If he's getting a bit old, his legs might be hurting him a bit, and I think he's learned to look after himself a bit, and we had to get a bit more aggressive with him, and nothing cruel or anything, but we just put his mind back on the job. And
or something like that.
Oh no, mate, we've just more been aggressive on him early.
Yeah.
I think they've been jumping out and doing his own thing and going to the pain barrier and then saying, oh, I've had enough now. But
we know that. Yeah.
We know that. So look, mate, it's a good game win. It's good to see him win again, and I'll be very happy for the owners.
Exactly right. He's been a long time between drinks, but you know, you're sort of mixing his distance a bit. You got him up a little bit over a couple. Like he's running fair races.
Yeah, mate.
Third.
Last door at the start, I sat down and done a lot of thinking. I thought, well, this is the only thing left to do. So it worked for once.
Right. Well, no doubt you're just going to keep that type of aggression up on him?
Yeah, mate, and don't forget, in our era, we've seen a lot of horses ridden that way, especially at Albion Park and those places. With a bit of aggression early, we had to. So we just had to go back to the old stages.
Oh, well.
Thanks, mate.
Backed into a corner, you have to. Thanks, pal.
Thanks, mate.
Okay. Radio, Gav. I'll try and get Timmy Bell when he comes through and get a comment from him, which I should imagine is very, very soon.
Yeah, Barry Baldwin, he's had some good gallopers over the years. La Montagne, of course, one that comes to mind. He's had so many. And this young man riding so well, Tim Bell, Larry.
Yes, Tim's riding very, very well. You put the horse into the race, you changed the tactics around, but they were flagged early.
Yeah, exactly right. To VC, all credit goes to Mr. Baldwin. He said, look, we're going to do something very unorthodox here, and he said a lot different to my training and my riding. He said, go for the stick out the barriers and make every post a winner. And look, the horse done a very, very tough job at it.
Okay. You're aware getting out down the straight too, not to be...
Yeah, exactly right. I just let him come out enough without overdoing it. But in saying it, I was always confident. It was just a matter of holding him there. Look, it's probably favouring a little bit towards the centre of the track, but in saying it, it's I think he has dashed up the fence. I tell you what, come me and stay, I reckon it'll be cherry ripe.
Okay, thanks, Ed.
Thank you.
Thank you, mate.
Tim Bell there, the rider of Mr. Light Blue, has virtually been the only leader today that has won, although he did get out 3 and 4 off the fence, which is obviously the place to be, or even wider. The fence is certainly not the place to be today. So there's Mr. Light Blue. Timmy Bell getting him off the fence. He's held on 12.80 and 3.50. The winner, Arctic 160. Castlemaine King ran a cheeky race 11.20 at number 16.